guys, what's going on? It's Massive Joe's Raw Review, and I'm coming to you from MassiveJoes.com. Awesome Raw Review for the viewers at home today on an all-new whey protein powder from an all-new to the Australian marketplace supplement company. The company is called USN. The protein is called Blue Lab Whey. In the house. Let's get straight into it, show you guys exactly what's in it, tell you exactly what it's going to do. The nutritional panel on this tub in front of me is a little bit too small. You guys know we're about to go deep in this USN Blue Lab Whey. Luckily, we've got a big-ass nutritional information panel appearing on screen at the moment. So let's start from the top. We have 34 grams in a 1 scoop serve, and we've actually got 2 sizes of tubs. So the tub in front of me at the moment is the smaller tub. It's a 26 serve tub. There is a bigger tub as well that is more than twice the size. It's actually a 59 serve tub. So 26 34 gram 1 scoop serves in the small tubs. 59 34 gram 1 scoop serves in the big tubs. In terms of course, we've got to deal with the macros because it's a protein. Let's start at the calories. We've got 128 calories per serve, and this is for the vanilla flavor. This is the tub in front of me, vanilla. The calories and the macros, aside from the protein, do vary a little bit depending on the flavor. Not much, but we're going to stick with the vanilla flavor for the purposes of the big-ass nutritional information panel on screen. 128 calories per serve. Fat, we've got 1.7 grams, of which 1.2 grams is saturated fat. In terms of percentages, we're dealing with 5.1% fat and 3.5% saturated fat, so it's very low in fat. In terms of carbs, we're dealing with about 2 grams per serve, of which 1.6 grams is sugar. In terms of percentages, it's about 5.9% carbs by weight and 4.8% sugar, so it's also low carb. And then in terms of the protein, we're dealing with 25 grams across every flavor, which in the vanilla is a 74% yielding protein. So you guys can tell, we've got high protein, low carbs, low fats. In terms of where the protein's coming from, you will not be surprised to find that it's a protein blend, a blend of 3 types of proteins, as a matter of fact, starting with whey protein isolate as the primary protein source, which is why we're able to get such a high amount of protein with low carbs and low fats. Blended with whey protein hydrolysate, also known as hydrolyzed whey protein, blended with whey protein concentrate. So 3 types of protein, WPI, WPH, or HWPI and WPC in here. We then also have some inulin, which is a source of fiber in here. We have obviously our flavors in there. We have some thickeners as well. So we've got some guar gum and some xanthan gum, and more on that when we talk about how it tastes, how it mixes, the thickness and the consistency. We have some salt as sodium chloride in here, which obviously is part of the flavor matrix. We have some sucralose as the artificial sweetener in the Blue Lab Whey. And then we have this interesting digestive enzyme. It's called tolerase. It's a registered trademark digestive enzyme, and it's actually a pH stable form of the digestive enzyme lactase, which is particularly important when it comes to breaking down lactose. And you guys know part of whey protein concentrate in particular, and a little bit of whey protein isolate, is that you do get some naturally occurring lactose, which the lactase, especially the pH stable lactase, helps your body break down so it doesn't cause any digestive upset or gastrointestinal issues or anything like that. And that's what we're dealing with. And that's what I like seeing on a very pure, high quality, premium whey protein blend. A very short nutritional information panel or nutritional ingredients list, so we know that we're getting what we want, what we pay for, and not a whole lot else, which is excellent. In terms of how it tastes, how it mixes, guys, it comes in 7 flavors in the Australian marketplace at this point in time. It comes in banana, it comes in caramel chocolate, which is a flavor that's inspired by Mars bar, you would go so far as to say. It comes in a caramel popcorn flavor, which is the tub I'm using at the moment. More on that in a second. It comes in a chocolate flavor, a vanilla flavor, a strawberry flavor, and arguably the most unique flavor, and arguably the best Nutella-inspired flavor we have seen thus far. They're calling it Whey-tella, which is a chocolate hazelnut flavor. Infamous Massive Joe's taste and mixability test about to go down. Viewers at home, I am ready. I have my MJ shaker ready to go. I have my double wall glass ready to go. I have a vanilla tub in front of me, but I mentioned that my personal tub at the moment is the caramel popcorn flavor. So that is the flavor that we are going to use for the infamous Massive Joe's taste and mixability test. Can't kind of see it because it's sitting behind the vanilla, but it is the caramel popcorn flavor. I'm going to take myself one level scoop. And just a comment on the scoop here, guys. USN are using custom scoops here. So a level scoop, which looks, let me just level that perfectly off, which looks pretty much like that, bang on level, is bang on 34 grams. I'm gonna follow the directions on the tub here. So the directions say mix one scoop in 150 to 200 mils of water. I'm gonna go towards the higher end. So I've got 200 mils of water in my MJ shaker ready to go. I'm gonna take my one level scoop, which is bang on 34 grams, throw the lid back on here, throw this tub back on the floor down here. A few flicks of the wrists. I'm gonna show you guys how the USN Blue Lab Whey mixes. Now I'll refresh my memory on how the caramel popcorn tastes. I don't need to refresh because I've had it twice already this morning, but for good measure. All right, let me pour it in the double wall glass here. And let me show you guys. It mixes perfectly. There is no frothing, there are no sinkers, there is really nothing going on in there. That being said, it is a protein powder, so I would go so far as to say turbo ball is required. For this here USN Blue Lab Whey, let me refresh my memory on how the caramel popcorn flavor tastes. I gotta stomp my feet and light a match for this because this caramel popcorn, let me tell you guys. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. As a matter of fact, I've tried, so of the 7 flavors, I've tried the original chocolate, I've tried the vanilla, I've tried the caramel chocolate, the Mars bar flavor. I've tried the Whey-tella flavor, and I've tried the caramel popcorn flavor. So the only 2 flavors I've yet to try are the strawberry and the banana. Guys, there's no other way to put this. The taste is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Those 5 flavors, the chocolate is one of the best chocolates I have ever tried. The vanilla, which is a really hard flavor to get right in a whey protein, is one of the best vanillas I have ever tried. The choc caramel is as close to a Mars bar inspired flavor that I have ever tried in a whey protein. The caramel popcorn is next level. Like, I would say it's probably my favorite flavor across all the 7 flavors. And the Whey-tella is hands down. A lot of companies have tried to do a choc hazelnut Nutella inspired flavor. USN have nailed it. They have nailed it. It is literally like liquid Nutella with the macros of the gods. Straight up, the Whey-tella flavor is absolutely ridiculous. The taste is unbelievable across every single flavor, and the texture is, it's hard to see in a glass like that, but the texture just in the one scoop in the 200 mils of water, it tastes like a milkshake. The texture is incredible. They have just done an exceptional job with the flavors, the texture, the mouthfeel, the sweetness, the level of flavor, the way it mixes. It's just a beautiful whey protein blend. In terms of versatility, I have taken the liberty to prepare a little bit of sludge here for you guys because not only does it perform exceptionally well as a drinking protein, but when you sludge it, and so what I've done here, just so you guys can kind of see, is I've taken 1 scoop of the Blue Lab Whey, so a 34-gram scoop, and I've added about a 1-to-1 ratio of water. So there's about 35 milliliters of water in here just to create like a protein custard. I like to call it a protein sludge. And I want to show you guys the texture and the consistency. Look at that. That is like, it's ridiculous. Like the way that it sludges is ridiculous. So you can take this sludge, you can add some berries to it. You can literally just eat it like this, which is what I usually do. And the flavors in the sludge are arguably even better than the flavors as a drinking protein. You can then take this sludge, you can add the sludge to oats to make high protein oats. You can use it in creamy rice to make high protein creamy rice. As a sludge, I think as a sludge, it's actually even better than a drinking protein. And then you can take this sludge, you can take your proteins and you can cook them. You can create a protein pancake. You can cook high protein muffins. It cooks incredibly well as well. It's from a versatility perspective, it's got to be one of, if not the most versatile whey protein blends that I have ever seen. And I've seen a lot of whey protein blends, guys. The Blue Lab Whey just really kind of outperforms across a drinking protein, a sludging protein, high protein oats, high protein creamy rice, protein pancakes. Like, is there anything it can't do? That's the question. I have yet to find something that it can't do. Incredibly versatile. In terms of the effects, as a whey protein, pretty simple, guys. It's going to increase your daily protein intake. Being a blend of 3 types of whey protein, it is a pure, complete, biologically available protein source with very good macros, and that's just an effect of the way that they've blended the whey protein isolate with the whey protein concentrate with the whey protein hydrolysate, so you get the benefits of it being pure, biologically complete, bioavailable as well, a really nice naturally occurring ratio of a full spectrum of amino acids. It's going to increase your daily protein intake, and it tastes really fucking good at the same time. In terms of the side effects, so there are a couple of things here to be aware of. Because it does contain whey protein concentrate, it is naturally going to contain lactose. So if you are lactose intolerant, you may have an issue digesting the Blue Lab Whey. Keep in mind that it does have the tolerase in there, which is the pH stable lactase. So that lactase, which is a digestive enzyme that helps break down lactose, is going to help minimize that effect. It really just depends how insensitive or how intolerant you are to lactose, but it is something to keep in mind. The second thing to keep in mind is because it does contain that digestive enzyme, some people do have an issue digesting digestive enzymes. So for some people, having a lactase in there, fantastic. It's going to help break down the lactose, going to help improve digestibility. Fantastic. For other people, having a digestive enzyme in there is actually going to cause gastrointestinal upset. So it really, once again, it's a personal thing. It's just something to be aware of. If you are lactose intolerant, if you are digestive enzyme intolerant, this does contain lactose. It does contain digestive enzymes as well. What does it compare to? This is what everybody wants to know. Let's stack it up against 2 of the most popular whey protein blends on the market today. We're going head to head with Rule 1 Whey Blend, which is the blue version of Rule 1's protein, which is their blended whey. And then we're going to go head to head against Gold Standard Whey from Optimum Nutrition. Let's start with Rule 1 Whey. Rule 1 Whey is a few cents cheaper in their small tubs and a few cents more expensive in their large tubs. So price and value for money is pretty much of a muchness when it comes to comparing Rule 1 Whey. Rule 1 Whey macros are not quite as good as the Blue Lab Whey. Rule 1 Whey contains more fat, more carbs, more calories, and less protein. And that's a function of the fact that Rule 1 Whey blend primarily contains whey protein concentrate and then WPI and HWPI, whereas Blue Lab Whey is the other way around. It's primarily whey protein isolate, then HWPI, then whey protein concentrate. The texture across the both is comparable. I personally think Blue Lab Whey is a slightly better texture, especially as a drinking protein, but much of a muchness. The versatility is comparable. Rule 1 Whey blend is a very versatile whey protein blend as well. I personally think that the Blue Lab Whey is slightly more versatile, especially when it comes to cooking. I think it cooks a little bit better than Rule 1 Whey blend, especially when you're making pancakes and brownies and muffins and those sorts of things. Rule 1 Whey doesn't have any digestive enzymes, so for some people that's a benefit, for other people it's not. Rule 1 Whey has 6 more flavors in the Australian marketplace at this point in time. It's got 13 compared to 7, and both products, Rule 1 Whey blend and Blue Lab Whey, contain unique flavors. Blue 1 Whey, you've got the caramel popcorn, you've got the Wheytella. Rule 1 Whey, you've got their unique flavors. They do like a birthday cake flavor. They've done a choc hazelnut flavor. They've got their unique flavors in there as well. I personally think if you put the Rule 1 Whey chocolate up against the Blue Lab Whey chocolate, if you take the Rule 1 Whey vanilla and you put it up against the Blue Lab Whey vanilla, me personally, I think the Blue Lab flavors just edge out the Rule 1 flavors, but obviously that's a personal preference. Let's slide over to Gold Standard Whey. Gold Standard Whey is significantly more expensive in both the small tubs and the big tubs in terms of the actual price and the price per serve. Gold Standard Whey macros are not quite as good as the Blue Lab Whey. Gold Standard Whey contains more carbs and less protein, but Gold Standard Whey also uses primarily whey protein isolate as the primary source of protein. The texture across the two, once again, is comparable. Once again, I personally think the Blue Lab Whey slightly edges out Gold Standard Whey when it comes to mouthfeel and texture. The versatility, once again, is comparable. Once again, I personally think the Blue Lab Whey is slightly more versatile, especially when it comes to cooking, than Gold Standard Whey. Both have digestive enzymes. Blue Lab Whey has the pH stable lactase. Gold Standard Whey contains a number of different digestive enzymes in there. Gold Standard Whey has 9 more flavors in the Australian marketplace, 16 compared to 7 for the Blue Lab Whey, and both have their unique flavors. Once again, my personal opinion, I think the Blue Lab Whey, if you're going to take chocolate versus chocolate, vanilla versus vanilla, strawberry versus strawberry, banana versus banana, I think the Blue Lab Whey edges out the Gold Standard Whey in the flavors that I've personally tried at least. Who is it best for? The Blue Lab Whey. Guys, anyone who's looking to increase their daily protein intake, who doesn't have an issue with lactose or dairy, obviously, being a whey protein, who wants a way to increase daily protein intake that's convenient, that's good value for money, that tastes really, really damn good, and is just an absolute delight, you've got to really take a closer look at the Blue Lab Whey. Last but not least, price and value for money. With the price of protein going absolutely nuts over the last couple of years, how does the Blue Lab Whey stack up? Stacks up really, really well. In the 26 serve tub, the small tubs, we're looking in the Australian marketplace at $69.95, which is just under $2.70 per serve. In the big tubs, it's one of the best value for money per serve whey protein blends in the Australian marketplace at this point in time, guys. You're talking $109.95 for 59 serves. It breaks out at $1.86 per serve. It's unbelievable value for money. That really, there's no other way to put it in those big tubs. It's almost like they made a mistake, to be completely honest with you guys. Let me tell you, if you guys are looking for a new whey protein blend, and you're interested in trying something new that tastes amazing, is incredibly versatile, comes in some of the best flavors we've ever seen in a blended whey protein, I encourage you guys to take a closer look at the all-new USN Blue Lab Whey in the house. Guys, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to the MJ Fitness YouTube channel. Don't forget to turn your post notifications on your mobile, your cell phone, your desktop PC, your smart TV, and whatever other device you are watching this video on. That is MJ's Raw review on the all-new USN Blue Lab Whey. And I'm coming to you from MassiveJoes.com. Stay